Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with another round of Grand Arena Championships. I'm running a little bit behind, so we're going to catch up. This is round one of the second week, so let's go ahead and go through, and let me show you guys the board here. You can see what my opponent put down and how we tackle these squads. So let's go ahead and take a look at the top here, show you what he's got up there. Nothing too hard. Just some Night Sisters, some Bounty Hunters, and then a reliced up Scoundrel team. So, not sure what I want to use on there yet, but since that's not too tough, we'll take a look at the bottom. And he's got a Grievous team with Newt there, and then he's got Dooku with Nest. So, once I get through these, I can see if he's got anything hidden at the back. So, let's go ahead and take out the Grievous team. For that, of course, I'm going to use my Padme team. It's been working pretty well. I mean, there's a trick to it. If you get it right down, you can kind of melt B2 and Grievous right away. But that only works like half the time. If you can't get them taken out, then, you got to play it straight like a normal match. And that's fine. I was able to take out B2 right there. Now I'm going to try and go after Grievous. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I was trying to count the courage stacks and see if I had enough, and I did. So I was able to take out Grievous right there. Now it's just cleaning up the rest of the team, so it's much easier. I'm just trying to do damage where I can and take stacks off this B1. Of course, you want to use Padme to keep the protection up. Make sure she keeps doing her basic. I know we're all trained to use the specials when they're available, but with her, you really do want to use her basic to give everybody that protection up. So keep going after B1, trying to get rid of him just because he's annoying and I don't want him healing up everybody else. I keep getting stuck behind the taunt over here on Magna, so I decided, okay, I got to go after him. Let's try and get him taken out if we can. I got him down into the red, and that should finish him off there. Now I'm back to being able to do what I want to do, which is take some more of those stacks down, trying to keep everybody buffed up so I can get the courage. I was able to take out Newt once, and we'll cleanse off that extortion, more protection up, and boom. There we go, and 58 banners for that, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now, I wasn't sure what I wanted to use here, because I don't know what he could be hiding in the back. But since I didn't see any major threats up top, and I figured I would have some decent enough power left for the back, go ahead and spend my Jedi here and use them to take out this Dooku team with Nest. I also didn't want to fall into the trap where you see something that's just average teams up front, so you underestimate it, and I didn't want to get trapped on Nest and drop a battle and then get to the back and if there's nothing back there and my opponent plays the efficiency game, he's going to beat me. And that's bitten me before, so I didn't want it to happen here. So I figured, okay, I'll go ahead and just spend Jedi here. That way I know I can take out Nest. I don't have to worry about getting stuck with Nest not being able to die. And Jedi can just focus on who they want. So right now I'm going after Droideka. The only bad thing about this team in particular is it's limited on the ability to strip the buffs. I'm Shock T or Ahsoka to use. So stripping the buffs can only really be done by Bastila's move right there, where she can stun and put a buff immunity and strip off buffs. So it is helpful to at least have that. I do have Mark, so I went ahead and threw that on Droideka, trying to get through and just do what I can, do some damage when that damage immunity goes away. So there we go, take out Droideka. Now I've got L3 left and Nest to deal with. Trying to go after L3, let's get her gone and out of the way. But I'm watching Nest's turn meter to see when she takes a turn and when I can get a good hit in. And right there's a good time, so I did. Took her down into the red. She was able to heal up just a little bit. So we'll go after her right there and finish taking her out. And now it's just L3. And there we go. 59 banners, not too bad there. Opens up the back to see what he's got hiding back there. And look, he did save a good amount of stuff for the back. He's got his Ray team with resistance, and then he's got C back there. So both two things that are going to take some good teams to take out. So let's work on those. So for the C team, I'm really trying to use my Imp Troopers as much as I can. I want to get as much practice as possible because it is hard to do in Arena. There's not very many of these because they drop like a rock. I accidentally left my C team in overnight the other night and dropped into the 50s, which never happens. So yeah, you don't see too many of those in Arena. Nowadays, got to just practice where you can. So I'm using my imps here. And this is a pretty straightforward team. It doesn't have any of the little tricks in it to stop imps and slow you down. So I should be able to clean it for decent banners, I think. And I think it's a decent value being able to use imps here and not having to burn like my own GL or something. So we'll go ahead and do that. Going after C. If I can just get him out, then it's so much easier to clean up the rest of these guys. And then unfortunately right there is when Scion taunted. So then I'm forced to go after him. And look at that. I'm just trying to use the AoEs to they're both down in the red. I got to get a kill to boost up my turn meter. And so there I did. Scion went down. So now I can go after somebody else. And I'm trying to go back after C. I think the bad thing is having Nihilus in there. He gains turn meter. Every time, you hit Scion, it feeds turn meter to Nihilus. So eventually he does take a turn, and then he uses his Drain Force, increase your cooldowns, and take away those Emperor's trap stacks from Piet. So that can hurt your troopers' ability to power through this team. But you can see I was able to recover, take him out, and now I've just got Nihilus left to deal with. So we'll power through him, call it good, and still end up with 60 banners. Not bad at all. Okay, here I'll bring your attention to a mistake, and it's something stupid that I should have noticed, and hopefully, you guys don't make the same mistake. But this is his Ray team, and it's Ray resistance, and so I checked his speeds on Finn, and I checked, Holdo's mods and everything. I looked at everybody and decided my Vader was fast enough. I should be able to use this team and everything will go fine. The one thing I did not bother to look at, which I should have, was Ray's mods. Oh my god. His Ray, guess what, is modded for tenacity. All tenacity. Like 196% tenacity. So as I'm going through, I'm looking and it's like, hey, she doesn't have any dots, she's got no debuffs on her. What's going on here? So you end up kind of having to pivot midway through the battle. I'm going through and doing the normal flow, still want to fracture Ray, and I'm watching what the others do, trying to get, stuns and ability blocks and everything. And I'm noticing, okay, I got out Holdo. Now I need to circle back around, and I should be putting dots on Ray to be able to take her out next time Vader goes into Merciless with his Culling Blade. And then I noticed, okay, she doesn't have any dots on her. I just went and dropped dots there, and she's got nothing, hardly any debuffs at all. So right there is where I'm stuck, and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do? Instead of trying to take her out, let me just try and take out as many others as I can, and then I'll just have to clean up a lone Ray. So it sucks. It's a drop battle, all because I didn't pay attention to her mods. Like, that one mistake will cost me, because once you enter the battle and you're getting in there, there's nothing you can do to change it. Like, the fact that debuffs aren't going to land, oh well, you're stuck. So I just got to deal with that and take off whatever damage I can. So in this instance, you can see I'm trying to get rid of as many side characters as I can. That way when I go in to clean up, it won't take something too heavy to take out. And she's already gotten into her ultimate, so now we're going to have to tank that out. There's nothing I can do but try to heal up and top up protection, keep everybody alive as long as possible. Again, just to take these guys out. So I'm looking at who has, if there's damage immunity, whose health is low. Already I'm losing my team here. Lost Thrawn, lost Watt. I've got Merciless up. I've got Culling Blade up. So I do have some options. And I'm thinking, what can I do to get rid of these two bros? So I went ahead and culled one, took out the other with a basic. Now it's just Rey left to deal with. Try to drop dots again, but it really doesn't matter at this point. I'm just doing whatever I can, to keep her health low. And there she took out Vader and back to green. But at least she's alone. So now I can use what I probably should have used to begin with is my Jedi Master Luke. And I know you guys are going to say it's overkill, and it is. I mean, this team will take out a full Rey team, and I would have had my Vader for something else. But, you live and learn, and I do want to practice Vader just where I can because I like counter teams, and I think that it's just neat if you can get all the mechanics to work right. And here, with another GL, it's kind of just brute force. And so I was able to power through her no problem. Got that done. Now I can start working on the top and see what ships he's gotten back once I clear these guys off. So let's go ahead and start taking these teams out one by one. There's nothing too fancy, so it should go pretty quick. Starting off with his bounty hunters, I've got my Darth Revan team left, so I'll go ahead and use that here. And of course, they're going to smoke him. Like his speeds, I checked his speeds and all that, but something I didn't account for, and I guess he was able to go first. I looked at, Jango and all them, and I should have been able to go first and fear the team, but it didn't work out that way. But I mean, it is Sith Empire, so they are pretty strong and they are pretty resilient. So I should be able to still take them out and not have many issues. It just won't be a perfect 60 banners. So here we go, taking them out. You saw HK's execute thing that he does, and there's no problem here. I've got him on the ropes. Bosk is over there stunned. He can't do anything. So I can work on taking the others out. And look at that. There's nothing they can do. So, of course, I don't have to worry about losing the match. Just got to clean it up and be done. So that's what we're going to do. Finish taking Bosk out here and call it good. And look at that. 55 banners there. Now I'm going against Night Sisters, and I'm bringing my own bounty hunters for that. Bounty hunters work pretty well if you have high relic bounty hunters, which I do, so might as well go ahead and use them. The good thing about the bounty hunters is the flexibility. Like, I use Bosk lead for a lot of things because I like him to be tanky and just have that extra durability. But you could use Jango lead, or, if it came to it, you could use Boba lead for something. I know a lot of people experiment in 3v3 because they like to divide up the bounty hunters and scoundrels and make hybrid teams. These guys are so good with just all the synergy they have. And you can see that they work well together, especially against Night Sisters. Jango's rocket was able to take out Talzin there, and I don't have to worry about her coming back because of his Zeta, the no revive Zeta. So don't have to deal with Plague or any of that. Now I've got a Saj there, and look at that. Mando's Disintegrate is up, so there we go. Now those two can't come back, even if Dooku wants to try and bring them back. Who cares? Got her down low, and Jango finishes the job there. Now it's just Spirit and Zombie left. So try to get over to Spirit when I can. Get stuck on Zombie's taunt, so got to deal with that for, just for a minute. And I thought if I should kill Zombie a couple times and not have to worry about Zombie moving and taunting. But instead, I'm able to go after Spirit as I can. Got her in the yellow. Died once. And if I can go after and get her with Jango, she's going to be gone. So nothing I can do. It was Bosk's turn, so I had to deal with that. Was able to take them both out, get my good banners, and be done. And then the last ground squad I have to worry about is this one, and it's not even really a chore because I've got my full CLS team with 3 POC in there, plenty of damage. I'm just going to shred this team. So I don't know if there's a proper kill order or what I should do, but it really doesn't matter. You can see they barely get to move, and by the time they get to do anything, half the team is dead. And I'm just throwing a ton of damage toward the enemy. So they get to go a couple times, but here's the AoE, and that pretty much seals the deal. There we go. Not bad at all. Done with his ground squads, and that brings us to the ships and back. Thankfully, he's got nothing tricky back there. Just a Radis and a Finalizer fleet, and those are fine. I can take care of those. I've got my Negotiator and Malevolence left, so I'll go ahead and use those. And I'll just show you guys what I got because the battles were insanely boring. So I got 65 for Negotiator versus Radis. Not bad at all there. Anytime I get that, I'm pretty happy. And then Malevolence versus the Finalizer ended up with 61. So I think that's decent. I always try and get 60 plus if I can. So I'm happy with that. And that clears off his board. So after I got done, I checked the board to see if he had gone. And he did go, and he attacked my top zone, but he failed a couple times. And since he failed twice, I think he just gave up and decided he wasn't going to make it. So that was it. He just stopped attacking, and he didn't attack anymore, and that was the end of that round. So a round 1 victory for me, and it's on to round 2. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.